What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today, yes, there is no webcam, guys. I am sick as fuck. And, I considered just not doing a video, but I wanted to keep carrying the UFC break. So today, we are here with a classic bedtime tier list, no face cam. We're going to be ranking the most non-mythical UFC fighters. Basically, just UFC fighters that when you see them, you just think of this, dude. Like, that's basically it. Like, there's no other way to describe it. If they're up in the S and the A tier, they are extremely memorable for how washed and how comical they are. If they're down in the C and the D tier, they still belong in the conversation, but they're not as memorable as some of the other ones, all right, man? Let's get into this, starting off with a very strong contender. Now, my laptop, I don't know if it's going to be able to hold this guy. We're going to be putting Taco Bell Tuivasa in the B tier. Now, for those of you that don't know the lore on Taco Bell Tuivasa, basically, the day that I bought the Tuivasa t-shirt that you guys know and love, that you see in the background of my videos, from that day forward, this dude has been on a fucking 5-fight losing streak. And one of these losses, along the way of gaining like 300 pounds since his fucking UFC like win streak. I don't know what this guy's been up to, man, but Tuivasa's just been on a crazy downward roll downhill. The losing streak, the gaining 500 pounds, the Taco Bell in the fucking locker room when he fought Marcin Tybura, the fact that he fought Marcin Tybura and got finished, and then Tybura kind of lays back, and it looks like two whales that fucking made it at SeaWorld or something like that. Like, that is literally what these guys were moving like in that octagon. I have to put Taco Bell Tuivasa in the B tier. The reason I don't have him up in the S or the A tier is because, honestly, like, his losses are not that bad. Like, I know I'm here laughing at him or whatever, but genuinely speaking, I mean, Tuivasa has only really lost to decent ranked level heavyweights. Like, losing to Rosenstrike, Volkov, that's not really that bad at all. Losing to Gane, really not that bad at all. Had a good fight against him, dropped him. And then losing to Tybura, okay, that's kind of tough, dude. That one was kind of like the nail in the coffin where this became a mythical downfall. But regardless of that, we're going to be throwing Taco Bell Tuivasa in the B tier. Next guy that we're going to throw on the list, listen, man, this is one of the most washed, non-mythical versions of a fighter there is, but this only appeared one time and hopefully never appears again. I'm going to be putting Mustache Strickland in the D tier. Now, for those of you that don't know, Mustache Strickland ruined my fucking life at UFC 312, losing to DDP. All build up to the fight. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. I'm going to fucking beat the Dutchman, you guys. Let's fucking go, dude. You know, first fight, super competitive. I thought Strickland won the first fight against DDP. He goes in the second time. New mustache. I'm thinking, all right, dude, he's coming in. He's going to switch it up a little bit and proceeds to just shit the bed, put on one of the worst performances ever. He did come out recently and say he was injured and he kind of got forced to take the fight, which makes sense because, man, this was one of the worst performances from a guy that had such a competitive first fight with Drickus. So I'm going to put him in the D tier because it's not very memorable. There's not that many memes of Mustache Strickland as there is of like Taco Bell Tuivasa. I think that's what this ranking is all about, really. Like, if they're up in the A, B, and S tier, they are very memeable. They're very, iconic, non-mythical fighters. If they're down in the D tier, they're still a non-mythical fighter. They're still washed as fuck, but they're not as comically, I don't know what the word is, not as memorable, not as comically hilarious as some of the other dudes. So I think Mustache Strickland, D tier, that's pretty fair, dude. Because again, dude, what the fuck, bro? One of the worst fucking days of my life, dude. This guy's lucky I can't raise my voice. Because, man, the UFC 312, dude. One of the worst days of my human fucking existence, man. Let's move on to a very iconic character in the non-mythical tier list. We're going to be putting Short Notice Ortega in the B tier. And the thing about Short Notice Ortega, mate, this is what he does. It's not just one fight, bro. UFC 306 against Lopez. Dude, why did I get knocked 10 seconds in? Yeah, I'm glad you asked, dude. Straight up. I was part of the fucking storyline, dude. You know, the eagle gets his beak broken. He gets beat up for 3 rounds. And then, he plays Fortnite on the Sphere. It is what it is, dude. And then he does it again, dude. He fucking does it again in Shanghai. This dude literally got in a fucking coma trying to make weight at UFC Shanghai. Then proceeds to... And by the way, I still picked him That's how dumb I am, dude. I literally picked this dude to beat Diego Lopez. He loses. Then I pick him on short notice against Aljo, even though he missed weight and went into a fucking coma trying to make 145. And I'm not laughing at him going into a coma, but it's like, dude, come on, man. Come on, dog. You literally, that wasn't even that short notice. That was meant to be, that was announced before the main event, basically. Like, and he still showed up. Missed weight, but then took the fight at 155 at a catch weight, despite all the medical health issues. And for that, he does deserve some respect. And then proceeds to spend 5 rounds just mogging at range, getting pieced up. So, listen, bro, the Ortega Eagle memes are always going to be there. Anytime Tracy Cortez does anything, there's going to be memes about this dude. Anytime he's with another woman, there's going to be things about this dude. Brian Ortega is a legendary character in the MMA scene. I think that we have to put short notice Ortega in the B tier. He's a very good character in this tier list. Let's move on to one of my favorite, but I'm not going to put him in the S tier. I think he's just below. I'm going to put Sleepy Leon in the A tier because in 2024, this one would be doing numbers, bro. I'd be putting this dude in the S tier easily. Bro, I truly believe I deserve a title shot, bro. But I'll dunk me on my head, bro. But I truly believe I won the fight, bro. I truly believe. I would have won the fight if I wasn't sleepy, bro. My back was hurting and I woke up at 5 a.m., bro. Sleepy Leon. I mean, when you see that picture of Leon Edwards in the green custom shorts that he literally got taken away from him, like, that's how bad this performance was. That's how legendary this is. It's like if they went out there and just took the jersey off Paul George and on the 76 is like, yo, bro, give us that back, bro. That's literally what they did to this dude. They literally took away his custom shorts. He was that bad. At UFC 304, dunked on his head by Bilal, tried to pump fake him at the fucking stare down, got mogged by Bilal, got in the elevator with him, got mogged by Bilal. Like, this entire fight week was just comedy fucking gold. Watching Leon Edwards try to, like, big dog Bilal Muhammad and just get mogged every single exchange. And then in the fight, I swear to God, this dude was literally falling asleep in the cage. It was just so many elements to the Sleepy Leon. And now we're still getting new memes of him at UFC London against Sean Brady. We got one of him smiling against Carlos Prates. It is the meme that keeps on giving, but I do kind of feel bad for Leon Edwards, and I think that it is kind of dying down a little bit. So I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to put Sleepy Leon in the A tier. As funny as it is, as much as I'm never going to let these jokes die, I do think that they've had their day in the sun. I'm going to throw Sleepy Leon in the A tier, all right, man? This next one to add to the tier list, listen, dude. There was a time I was a big fan of this guy, dude, but then he, put himself on this fucking tier list, and I just have to throw him in the same tier as, like, Mustache Strickland. Dude, Champion Ankalaev. When you're talking about non-mythical fighters, is there anything worse as a champion than having a 4-strike title reign? Let me put that into fucking perspective for you. Dude, people talk about the worst UFC champions ever. This dude's championship run literally had 4 strikes in it. Bro literally threw a teep and then got colded, and that was it. That was the end of his title run. I have to put Champion Ankalaev in the D tier. You literally lost the Big Ank name. You lost the entire win streak. You lost the entire fan base. Everyone's just immediately, me included, switched up on Magomed Ankalaev from this performance. And the thing about it too, there's not even any memes about it, dude. Like, it's not even like a thing where there's memes from it like there was with Leon Edwards or whatever it is, dude. There's literally 0 memes, 0 people talking about Magomed Ankalaev. It's like he never fucking existed. So I have to consider the fact that he is definitely a non-mythical fighter, but the fact that he's had no cultural impact whatsoever, like even Bilal Muhammad kind of had some cultural impact. Duncan Leon Edwards on his head, bro, the striking, the grappling, the wrestling, bro, the thing with Leon, he sucks, bro. He literally sucks. Magomed Ankalaev had literally none of that, dude. So I think he belongs in the D tier. Maybe people are gonna accuse me of switching up. Most of the time they're wrong, but this is one where I'll go, yeah, you know what, dude, you're right, dude. All right, let's move on though, man. This is one, dude. This guy, like, I find this really funny, but I don't see a lot of memes about it, so I'm gonna be objective here. I'm gonna put title shot Brady in the C tier. There's something about Sean Brady when he's on the verge of a title shot. Like, when he gets in a fight where it's like, if he wins this, he's getting a title shot. That this man just crumbles under the fucking pressure, dude. The Michael Morales one was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing him come out with the knee pads, I knew he was cooked. I knew he was fried immediately when I saw the fucking double knee pad, the Jamahal Hill special, the fucking double knee pads, waddling out to the fucking cage, and just get immediately folded by Michael Morales. Literally 0 takedowns, 0 strikes landed, just get absolutely folded 2 seconds in. And then same thing when he fought Bilal Muhammad. He literally gets Bilal Muhammad, who's like the biggest joke in the welterweight division at that point in terms of how much the fans respect him, and gets TKO'd by Bilal. Remember the decision, Muhammad. Like, you gotta understand, Bilal Muhammad, bro. People point out these memes of like, Bilal Muhammad has 0 knockdowns, 0 knockouts. Sean Brady literally got finished by him on the feet. That is the fate of title shot Brady. So for me, I think this dude is hilarious, but I don't think it has the cultural impact of a Brian Ortega, the Eagle. It doesn't have the power of a fucking sleepy Leon Edwards. So I think, being objective, you have to put title shot Brady in this. He didn't. Now, listen, if Sean Brady gets another win streak going and then he gets a title elimination bout and he fights like JDM or Shavkat and just gets folded immediately, this might become a new, like, real thing. Like, people might start to really see this as being something. But as it stands right now, I think it's just a calm little C-tier entry. All right, dude. Next one that we've got to discuss. This is very similar, honestly. Like, I'm pretty sure these happened on the same card. Oh, never mind, different card. But basically the same thing. Ranked fight, Grant Dawson. Why is it that Grant Dawson, every time he gets a ranked opponent, and we're all like, all right, finally, dude, Grant Dawson's getting some respect, or every time it's like a fight with the rankings on the line, like when they randomly decide to put him back in the top 15, he just gets absolutely fucking colded, dude. Bobby Green out cold, walking out the sexy red, bro. Come on, man. That one was so bad, dude, because Grant Dawson, and I'm not gonna, and you guys know this, you guys probably were exactly the same. That whole build-up, I'm like, dude, Grant Dawson's gonna beat the fuck out of Bobby Green. Dude, Grant Dawson's the next Islam Makhachev. I bought into the propaganda, bro. And he walks out in the Apex to some goofy-ass fucking pirate music. Bobby Green walks out to sexy red, chins this guy out cold in 10 seconds. Are you kidding me? With a jab. And then finally works his way back up, gets some finishes, gets some improvements going, gets to the top 15 again. Here goes Manuel Torres. Here go one more for you. In the words of my glorious King LeBron, and you just get folded again and immediately sent down the rankings. Like, that is genuinely Grant Dawson against ranked opposition, or when he gets to be ranked. And again, I think it's kind of funny. Like, I think and one thing I really like about Grant Dawson is he's able to make jokes about it himself, but it doesn't have the cultural impact of the other guys in the B or the A tier. So as much as I think these two in the C tier deserve their credit, maybe deserve to be in the B tier, I think objectively speaking, you have to put ranked fight Dawson in that same category as title shot Brady. All right, man. Now that we've discussed listen, bro, these guys, you know, they got potential. Let's talk about a certified Hall of Fame non-mythical fighter, a certified borderline S tier, bro. Confident Jamahal Hill. Confident Jamahal Hill has changed the fucking game. This is one of the greatest comedic voices in MMA history. Jamahal Hill going out. I mean, where do I even start, dude? UFC 300. He goes for the glove touch. Pereira ignores it, and then he starts rubbing his chin like he didn't mean to do it. Come on, bro. Come on, man. And then you get chinned immediately, right? You got caught, I got caught, you got dominated. Goes on that whole storyline. The fake yawn at the Khalil fight, bro. That's not even how humans yawn, right? Then the Yuri fight. I pick him to beat Yuri Prohaska. He walks out, double knee padded up, blobbed up, waddling out to the cage, crossing up his feet, walking out, gets chinned by Yuri Prohaska. Then the Khalil fight. I'm thinking, dude, Khalil's overrated as fuck. This dude's confident as hell. Hey, you're going to be bleeding in there. You're going to be bleeding in there. You got beat down, broken, and dominated. I would never get done like that by Pereira. Talking to a guy that got TKO'd in round 4 versus him getting TKO'd in like 3 minutes, right? You just got to love Jamahal Hill, because then he goes in there against Khalil Roundtree. Confident as fuck that he's way better than him and all this stuff. Jiggling and smirking at range for 5 rounds. Getting his legs destroyed. Doing absolutely nothing. I mean, dude. Jamahal Hill's a fucking legend. Confident Jamahal Hill is one of the greatest non-mythical fighters of all time. I think that this guy's going to have a standing, long, historical run in the game. When you look back on the 2020s in MMA, you are going to laugh to yourself remembering fondly on the days of confident Jamahal Hill, because we may never see him again. That's another thing that makes this run so legendary of UFC 300, 311, UFC Baku. We may never see cocky Jamahal Hill again. He seems a little bit more humble, but now I have a little bit of hope because he's beefing with Jan Blachowicz. And I really can see him beefing with Jan Blachowicz over this Joanna Young Jay. First of all, kind of badass that Jamahal Hill was like, yes, I will knock you the fuck out to a women's strawweight fighter. But also, I feel like this could lead to him fighting Jan Blachowicz because the UFC would do some instigating shit like making that fight. And why can I see him just getting chinned by Jan Blachowicz after talking mad shit? Like, I really feel like that this either retires and he's super humble going forward, or we get one last run from cocky Jamahal Hill. I hope we get the latter. I hope we get a cocky Jamahal Hill comeback. But yeah, this is one of the greatest non-mythical fighters in the UFC, dude. This guy is one of the funniest characters in the entire sport right now. You got to give him his props, man. All right, let's move on to, listen, dude, I think this one had a lot of potential. I definitely dragged it out for what it was worth when it was happening, but it's largely been forgotten by how bad he performed in the title fight. And also because, I don't know, I feel like he just has such a cool fighting style that people are not going to hate on him as much. I feel like when you're a Sean Brady, you're a Grant Dawson. If you're a Magomed Ankalaev, a Sean Strickland, when you lose, you're going to get memed on a little bit more because you're kind of like a boring fuck, whatever it is, dude. But I'm going to put No Nut O'Malley in the C tier because there was some good memes of the you know, O'Malley stop gooning and all this stuff. But I don't think it reached the level of the guys in the A or the B tier, right? Like, I think it had maybe the potential to. He did get dunked by Merab in the second fight, and that did get, you know, cause a couple of memes, but it's nowhere near the other guys that are fought Merab. Like, I don't think he got memed nearly as much as, like, Umar, like, the fucking screenshots of Umar in that fight in round 5, or Cejudo when he was getting picked up and dunked. Like, it's different, right? O'Malley did not get memed like that against Merab, and I think maybe it might be because he did so well in the first fight. Like, he clearly lost the first fight, but it was a competitive back and forth fight, and there was people trying to make the argument that he won that first fight. And I also just think O'Malley has a huge fan base, so people are not going to clown on him as much as some of these other guys. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong in that analysis, but I think those are the reasons why the No Nut O'Malley non-mythical fighter did not take off to the level of some of these other guys, right? Like the O'Malley spending all this next camp, dude, I've stopped Jay in the Pen, dude, I've literally stopped Jay in the Pen, and then all this shit in the build-up, like they do the fight simulation, they come out on fight day, change the fucking walkout song, what's the fucking point of that? And then all of this change in his life, like bros act like, I remember the memes of like how O'Malley thinks he's gonna be moving because he stopped smoking weed, you know, all this change in his life just to come out and do a million times worse in the rematch. It definitely belongs on the tier list, but I think C tier is where it ends, dude, all right? We've got 2 people left to discuss, and one of them, it really hurts to put him on this tier list, but I do have to mention him because, you know, he does belong here. I'm going to put blobbed out Dominic Reyes, dude. As soon as I saw Dominic Reyes walking out to the cage at UFC Perth, I knew I was cooked. Because I spent the whole week saying, mate, Dominic Reyes is going to fucking knock out Carl Solberg, bro. He's too fucking good, mate. You know, we got the Reyes comeback. We got the Reyes redemption. He was on his way back to the belt. And obviously I love to make jokes about flukes and all that stuff. Like, it's one of my favorite words. I'm also really loving the word chud at the moment. I might make a video about the UFC chuds, dude. But fluke is one of my favorite words. But all jokes aside on that regards, dude, Reyes coming out blobbed as hell, just like half smirking, not doing shit and just getting chinned. It's like, dude, come on, man. Could not have looked more washed, despite the fact that he going into it, he should have been more confident, more like I don't get it. Because one thing that I remember hearing, and this is a really good point, one time I remember hearing MMA Guru say some shit like, dude, Reyes, I used to picture Reyes as really athletic. I really remember in the Dominic Reyes pre-Jones title run, thinking Reyes is this elite fucking crazy athlete. But no, he's always been built like this fucking blobbed out earthworm. And it just showed so badly at UFC Perth. I don't know what, like, I don't know, dude, but he definitely belongs on this tier list. I'm going to put him on the B tier because I think Reyes has more motion, more clout than any of the guys in the C tier except for Sean O'Malley. And he does get memed on a little bit more when he loses. So I'm going to say that Dominic Reyes blob mode belongs in the B tier, but there can only be one man in the S tier who is the dictionary fucking definition of you like my fight, bro. Michael fucking Chandler. Not only is this guy one of the, like, bro, where do I even fucking start with Michael Chandler? This is not even a specific version of Michael Chandler. This is just Michael Chandler in the UFC. ranked in the top 10 somehow, goes out there against Charles Oliveira after the rematch, like going into the rematch, you know, all this time off preparing for Conor McGregor. I'm thinking, oh my God, dude, Chandler's accepted this fight for a reason. Like, why is the UFC trying to put this together? Is Chandler, you know, has he been planning something all along? Goes out there, just has absolutely zero offense. Can't hit Charles Oliveira. By the way, Charles Oliveira is not this defensive fucking maestro. He's never been this insane wrestler either until recently. Michael Chandler got absolutely manhandled in the wrestling. Could not land any fucking strikes on the feet. Against Paddy Pimblett, people are like, oh, dude, Paddy Pimblett ate some big shots from Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler landed like one jumping Superman punch. He spent the rest of the fight just getting beat up at range and just jumping the back. It's like he wants to lose these fights. Like, Michael Chandler is the dictionary definition of complete washed, like, just non-mythical fighter whatsoever. I can't believe it. And I also love that the UFC gives him a post-fight interview every single time, even when he gets absolutely destroyed. And anyone else, they would not give him a post-fight interview. But Michael Chandler, they need to get him on the mic. Conor McGregor, you gotta come back and fight somebody, so fight me. Just in the hopes that why do I feel like McGregor beats this dude? Like, that is how non-mythical Michael Chandler is currently. I may pick McGregor to beat him. If they book this for the White House, I may pick McGregor to beat him coming off a 4-year layoff. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Off a 5-year layoff, I may pick McGregor to beat you, dog. So this is my rankings of the most non-mythical UFC fighters right now. Let me know down below who's your favorite. If I missed anybody, let me know in the comments, man. Like I said, bro, I am sick as fuck, dude. I'm sorry if this video is just like, I don't know, dude. I feel really fucked, bro. But I wanted to keep the upload schedule going. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And I will see you guys in the next video if I'm alive, brother. Goodbye.